my name is Kaylee, and I am going to be reviewing this washer spin dryer combination machine, which I bought so that I wouldn't have to use the community laundry room anymore. And let's see, what's the most important thing? So you do need a water outlet to use the machine. I will be using the shower head. And because of that, you might not have the machine in the most ideal place. So I have had to plug it in with, this is the regular one with the machine, and then I bought an extension cable to help plug it into the wall. And I have also gotten some little things for the water hose. This is what you use where you have these little places marked water inlet on both sides depending on what you're using, and you put one end there and that fits just fine. But this other end doesn't fit very many places, so you will probably need to get some adjustments. And I used the recommendation of one of the other reviewers. I have a coupling, I believe it was 1/2 inch, and what the other reviewer referred to as a nipple is in between here, where, let's see if I can show you guys. I don't know, it's on there pretty tight, I don't want to mess it up, it works like it is. But it basically has a little spout, and where I bought it at the hardware store is called an adapter. And then the spout goes up and then the other one just slides in. And then the final thing is just oh man, I'm blanking, a clamp. That's it, a hose clamp is the final component. So basically you have a little adapter that goes in and then you clamp it so that it fits tightly, and then the end of the adapter has the 1/2 inch where you can have this 1/2 inch coupling on it, and then when I take off the shower head it's going to screw into this coupling. And I will show you that, because that's the next step. So I'm screwing off the shower head. I had a lot of problems. Let's see, I'll wait until I'm done. Alright, there we go. I had a lot of problems screwing off the shower head. I originally tried to use a regular wrench, and I went and bought one of these, I forgot what it's called, man, adjustable pliers, I think. And then I was able to get the shower head off with this. And now it's loose enough that I can just take it off with my hand. And so once the shower head's off, I will put the coupling on. And actually it's easier if this is unplugged, because otherwise it gets all tangled. So here we go. So that's good, that really tightly on there. Alright, so now we have a water source with the hose, and I will be washing first, so I put that in there. But before we get started with that, I want to show you my arrangement. You can see this takes a bit of space in my bathroom. It's not practical to have it here full time, so what I've done is I have the machine, and I actually have it on a little rolly cart, and then I put my laundry basket at the bottom. I made sure there was nothing bad on the top of the laundry basket, and so that makes it very convenient where I just roll it in. It has my laundry there, and the laundry basket is about the right size for one load, although it might be a little full this week, but we'll see. And I will give you a little look inside of the washing bin. This is the filter where you clip it off, and this collects very slowly. I probably should clean that, but I'll do it after this one. And then you clip it back in. So there is a little filter there. And then we've got the settings. So one is wash time, and I usually do 12 minutes. It's kind of like up to your discretion. So I find that this does a pretty good job of cleaning the clothes. So, and then you can choose normal or soft, and then drain is for later use. So I usually just go with normal. And now, let's see, I'm going to set you back down. And now we got to fill this with water. So I just need to turn on the water and put the shower on. So it's starting to fill up using the hose. Let's see, I want to make sure it's warm, hot water. So I'm gonna need this. So when I get to the detergent, it's pretty messy the way I do it, which I don't recommend, but I'll explain later. But here we get, let's see, can you really see that? The water's coming in. So I'm gonna fill about 2/3. Make sure when you're filling up the water that it's not set to drain. I've accidentally done that before because I had it set to drain after doing a load, and then when I was trying to fill up the water, it took forever because it was draining while I was trying to fill it up. So that sucks. And now I make sure that I always send it back to normal at the end so that I don't accidentally start draining the water I'm trying to fill up. So we're just letting this fill a bit more based on the recommendations of other reviewers. I feel it's about, I don't know, like 2/3, 3/4. Let's see. I'm gonna do it a little more. Maybe you can see it better now. How it comes in. It comes in through, it's really hard to see, but it comes in through this side with the water hose. Alright, that's good. So I'm gonna turn this off. So that's good. So now the water tub, or the wash tub, is filled with water. And now this is the part where basically I bought a bunch of these before I had this, and it's not ideal. I don't recommend using these, but I have so many of them that I don't want them to go to waste. So I'm actually going to stick my hands in the water and like release the detergent from here. And so I did that. And ideally, instead of doing that, you are going to use basically any type of detergent you can measure. So other reviewers have recommended the powder detergent, and I bought some, but I'm trying to get rid of these first. So I put the detergent in there. Let's see. And what I'm going to do is actually, I'm going to get some of that blue stuff. I don't know why they separate the colors, but I'm going to just spin it really quick so you get an idea. Oh, I should mention there is a drain hose, and let's see, it's right here. It's right there. And so it's not draining right now, but it's good to keep that in mind. And you'll want to have a place where you can drain. Some people drain into a bucket. It's easy for me to just drain it back into the shower. And so I'm just turning this off. I just did it really quickly to mix the detergent. So now you can see that I have all the detergent in there. And so I'm going to start filling with clothes. And this is the other thing where, oh, look, my arm's dripping wet. I better have a towel nearby. So I guess even if you do the detergent the right way, you're going to want to have a towel nearby. So, all right. I want to see. I'm tempted to try to fill all of it, but I think that's probably good. I still have some of my basket left, but I'll do it later. I think with this type of machine, I would say for a single person, it would be about twice a week that you'd have to do laundry. Here is an idea of how it looks with the laundry in it. The laundry is pretty full right there, so I don't want to risk. Sorry, I don't want to risk adding any more. But all I have to do is close the lid. And actually, another way you can do it, aside from doing 12 minutes, and I think this just goes based on your feeling. A lot of this is based on your feeling, is you can do 6 minutes and then kind of reshuffle the clothes and then do another 6 minutes. So I might do it that way, but either way, I'm going to start the washing cycle and then I will come back. Hello everyone, we're back, and unfortunately I just recorded without the camera working, so you missed some of what happened, but essentially the wash finished, and then I put about half of the wash clothing into the spin dryer so that it could dry, and that's already been done because I thought I was recording, and I guess I wasn't, but I'll just give you a sneak peek. This is about half the wash remaining because the dryer is half the size of the washer. And then here in the dryer, there is this little thingy that comes with it. And I just put it on top to keep the clothes from jumping out. So it helps make it a little nicer. So I just stick that in there. And then this goes down, and then this goes down. And so what I did after putting the wash clothes into the dryer, they were soaking wet. So what I did is I just set it for 2 minutes on the spin time without putting in any water, because you actually do put water in the rinse cycle, but I just put it for 2 minutes. And there's the drain here in the shower, and a bunch of the detergent-y, dirty water came out. And so now what I'm going to do, now that that has happened, I waited until the water was done, and then I just turned it off. Now I'm going to start putting in cold water for the rinse. So let's do that. And so I did switch this hose to the other water inlet, and now it's going in there. It can get a little splashy. Usually when the lid's on it's okay, but I'm just going to show you. There's cold water coming in. So that's what that thing is. At first I thought it was the filter, but it's not. It's where the water comes in. So I'm just going to let that go in. I'm not really sure the best amount, so I just let it run for a little bit. And what else? Okay, so something else I mentioned in the failed video was that this dryer is a spin dryer only. There's no heat. So it will get the clothes about 80 to 90% dry based on what type of item they are. And I had a drying rack and put the clothes on, and they would just be all starchy and gross, and I couldn't deal with it. So I bought a separate dryer, and I will also be doing a review for that. The dryer was $300, which kind of sucks, but since this is only $100, I would say this was great for $100, and the other dryer ended up being worthwhile for $300, because yeah, it's so much better having that. I'm gonna turn this off if I can reach it. And I will also do a review of that, I might have said. And so what I do is I spin dry these clothes because so that they're mostly dry, and then I go put them in the dryer. And so now I have put in the water, and I will just set it for, I'll do it, well, so since I am putting them in the dryer, I might not need to do as long. You might want to do a full 5 minutes, that's the longest. But I'll probably do 3 minutes since I'm just going to go move them to the other dryer. So there you go. And what showed last time is it starts kind of loud at first, and then it usually quiets down a little bit. We'll see. And then it's draining back here. You can see it better at first. It used to be like detergent-y water that was kind of gross. I'll show you the drain function, of course, with the washer. But for now, we're not doing that yet because there's still clothes in the washer. But I'm just going to leave this on for a bit, and I'll come back. Bye. Is it recording? Yes. Okay. So the spin cycle just completed, the water rinse spin cycle. And so now I'm going to open it, and it stops spinning when you open it. And I will take the clothes out. So this was after 3 minutes. It's actually a little more wet than normal, but it's not dripping, you see. So what I do is, and I'm just going to put it in this crate. So I just did that really quick because it's a crate, you know, you don't need to see. But let's see, this is pretty dry, so that's good. It's a dress, and I'm not going to show you every one of my items. So, you know, I'm just going to unload this. That's really the only step. Although I guess I'll show you guys, since the other initial rinse didn't load. I will show you that part again. Let's see. So now the dryer is empty. I want to make sure it's recording. I'm so paranoid now. And I will take, hello? Okay. I'm going to take the remaining clothes that were in the washing machine and put them into this dryer. So you see they're very, very wet. So the spin dryer does a pretty good job of like getting them out. You might want to rinse them out before you put them in here, but this is attached to the drain hose, so I just put them in and then I kind of squish them down and that gets the stuff out. So just follow this. I want to make sure I get everything so I don't have like one random item that's in there. And that worked pretty, oh, there's one more. Okay. So that actually worked really well. I'm gonna need the towel again. It's very messy, but at least I don't have to go use the coin laundry. And so this is what's remaining in the washer, which I will show you later. And then the dryer has the clothes in it. And I'm gonna stick this in there again. And so what you didn't see last time was before I put water in for the rinse, I actually just do an initial spin. And that gets out all the dirty detergent water, which you can see coming out. See, there it goes. So that's nice to do a first rinse just to get that initial bit out. And I just keep it on there with the spin. I set it for about 2 minutes, but I basically just have it spin until it's finished. You can see when it stops draining out. It's still draining a little bit right now, so I'm just going to let it go for a teeny bit. We'll see, it's still going. But I really do like having it next to the bath because that way it just drains directly down there. Still going a little bit. So just let it. I think that's fine. So the next step again is I just turn it to 0 and it stops. And you can open it. There we go. And then I'll just fill it with water really quick. And I'm not going to stop the video yet because I'm going to start showing you the drain with this part. So this is the washer. It's got dirty water in it. And the nice thing about this is you just switch this to drain. And all that stuff is now coming out down there. So it's happening really quickly and easily. This is still filling up. So you can do both. That's kind of, I might want to knock out a little bit. And let's see, oh wow, look at that. So that's nice, it's draining in here, staying lower. So let's just set you down for a moment because I'm going to turn this off. I think that's probably enough for the washer. I'm going to unplug this because that's going to be the last, oh, maybe I should have waited a moment, but oh well. So that's just going to hang there a little bit. And now this draining is done. So actually, I lied. I'm not done with the water inlet. Because actually what I'm going to do next is I'm going to put the water inlet here. And I'm going to put some cold water in the washer. Just because I don't want it to be put away with dirty. I mean, it looks not too bad in there. But it's just nice to give it a nice rinse with clean water. And at the same time, we have these clothes. I'm going to just stick that a little bit in there. And then I'm setting this, so I do 3 minutes because I'm going to transfer everything to the dryer. And this actually, again, I told you at the beginning about the drain. Let's switch it to normal so it doesn't automatically drain. And I will just fill this up. I'll just tell you, I'm going to fill it up and then spin it. It's nothing special, so you don't need to see that, but that's basically everything for the washer. And I will be also doing a review of the dryer immediately after this, so just check my review history if you want to see my entire process. But hopefully that gives you a good idea of how the Costway dryer and washing machine and spin dryer works. And it's pretty good at washing. I'm not so keen on the drying, which is why I bought the dryer, but if you're someone who normally hangs dryers, it's probably going to be an improvement, and I still like the whole combo better than using the coin machine. As someone who can't have a regular washer and dryer in my apartment, then it's also nice to be able to have this because you can just hook it up to your shower head and it works. So that's great. I hope you enjoyed the review. Bye.